Hello, welcome to our thought for the day. It's lovely to have you with us. I've been really struggling to write my thought for the day this time. There is a lot going on in the world at the minute, stuff that is really hard to get your head around. I have been fluctuating between rage, despair and sadness at the state of the world, and I found it difficult to know how to respond. There is the rise of hate towards immigrants, the fascist, dehumanising language used to describe other human beings, the frustration that as a human race we don't seem to learn from our previous mistakes in our history. Never mind the horrors of genocide in Palestine, the starvation and civil war in Sudan, the continued war in Ukraine. And then on top of that, we have the environmental crisis that threatens life on Earth. This is not light-hearted stuff. I spoke to Reverend Alison about it and said that I was struggling. And she asked me, had I heard the story of the soup stone? I hadn't. But when I read it, it touched something in my heart. So I've adapted it for today. And let's see what we can learn from this European folktale. A traveller comes to a village. He is not from their country. He is different to them. He carries an empty cooking pot. He looks hungry and tired, and he asks if anyone has any food that they can share. The people are suspicious of this stranger who comes from a different place, and they are unwilling to share any of their food with him. The traveller sighs a weary sigh and goes to the river. He fills his pot with water and looks for a large smooth stone. He pops it into the pot and places it onto a fire to bring it to the boil. Some of the villagers are watching the traveller and are curious. They ask, what is he doing? The man replies that he is making stone soup, which is very delicious, and that he would be happy to share it with them, but it still needs a few extra ingredients which are missing, just to improve the flavour. Mrs. Jones looks forward to sharing the stone soup and offers an onion from her basket. Mr. Smith says he has a carrot or two that he will happily contribute. Miss Campbell offers a handful of peas. Mr. Williams brings one of his prize leeks that he had grown on his allotment. Mrs. Murphy brings a potato. One by one, everyone from the village shares a little of what they had and add it to the stone soup. A little meat, some herbs, salt and pepper. As they wait for the stone soup to cook, they chat, and the traveller teaches them a song from his homeland. They realise that they have much in common, and the man becomes a stranger no more. Finally, the stone is removed, and the whole village share in the stone soup, and laugh and sing and eat their fill together. Now, the cynical amongst us could say that the traveller was a trickster and abused the generosity of the villagers. Or you could say that he gave everything that he had, and together the whole community united to feed and care for one another. I love my community, and I care about my family, friends and neighbours who live within it. But it's easy to love those we know and like. But can we love those we don't know so well? Jesus told us the story of the Good Samaritan, where a man was robbed and left for dead on the roadside. A priest walked by the man and left him alone and injured. A Levite who worked in the temple also crossed the road and left the man to die. However, like now, racism and hatred were common in Jesus' time, which is why he told this story. Next, a Samaritan came along. He was a hated enemy of the Jews. Those listening to Jesus' story would probably have booed at the mention of a Samaritan. However, this man, although viewed as an enemy, did the unexpected. He helped the man. He bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine, which would have been costly. He put the man on his donkey. He took him to an inn and took care of him. The next day, he paid the innkeeper generously with his money to take care of the injured man and promised to pay any extra expenses on his return. Jesus showed that love and compassion can change hearts, and he commanded those listening to love God and to love others, especially those who needed our help. I know some listening might say, Debbie, this is a lovely story and I admire your idealism, but I live in the real world, and if we shared everything that we have with every stranger that came into our village, we'd have nothing left. But you see, I believe in an incredible God, a God who is love, a God who can do, as Dallas Jenkins, creator of the Chosen series, puts it, impossible maths. I follow a God who took a small boy's packed lunch of 5 small loaves and 2 fishes and fed a hungry crowd of 5,000 and had 12 baskets left over. My God shines a light so bright that darkness and shadows are banished. He fills my heart with hope and love. So maybe I am a fool. Maybe I am deluded. But while there is breath in my body, I will love my God and I will love my neighbour. Whether they're from Llangurig, London, Libya, Afghanistan, Syria, Sudan, it doesn't matter. They are members of my human race. They are my neighbours. We are a multicultural country filled with all sorts of different people. And God loves all sorts. He loves variety. My granny, who we nicknamed Granny Cake, always put some curry powder into her savoury mince. My favourite food is chicken curry. And we love the Turkish takeaway in town. They make the best kebabs. Let us embrace our neighbours in our communities, and it will make our communities richer in every sense of the word. Together, we can do anything. And if you're worried about the rising inequality in the world, where the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, maybe look higher than some impoverished immigrants trying to make a better life. And ask those at the top of the ladder to add a few ingredients to the pot too, rather than stashing them offshore. I believe in a God who gives in abundance, and there is plenty to go around if we are mindful enough to share. I will not be filled with fear and despair. I will raise my eyes up to my Lord, and we will spread love, not hate, because love wins. God is love, and those who know love know God. So, my friends, know that I love you. You matter. You are of great significance to God. He knitted you together in your mother's womb, and he has counted every hair on your head. So let's build our communities, embrace the travellers who arrive with empty pots, and share the little we have amongst ourselves and feast together. Bye for now. Take care of yourselves and your neighbours. Bye-bye.